shit! That thing was super sideways.
You know what I love better than waking up and eating a meat pie? Is cracking open a big YouTube channel and watching This Versus That presented you by NOS Energy Drink.
Gulp, gulp. That's right. We took This Versus That halfway around the world to Australia. We're here at Cootamundra Airport with some of the craziest cars that Australia could bring us.
They got the cleanest, they got the meanest, they got some fast shit down here, and you know what? You're about to see some real fast cars today. Ladies and gentlemen, the time has come again for Hoonigan to fire up our eBay store. Now, if you've paid attention for the last couple years, you know this is the only place that you can get absolutely limited, and I mean like one of Hoonigan memorabilia and parts from a lot of the builds that we're doing, as well as our merch and stickers and stuff like that. We're gonna be doing 4 digital swap meets this year. The very first one is gonna be June 17th through the 26th. Here's some of the types of things that you might be able to buy in that. Very rare Hoonigan memorabilia, like this wheel from Electricana, also signed by Ken Block himself. We got fans, only fans. We even got RC cars. So head on over to the Hoonigan eBay store by following the link below in the description and get yourself a chance to get some of this.
This guy doesn't need any introduction on the channel, but this is the GeeDeeArr Guy down here in Australia, Andrew Hawkins. What did you bring here for us today?
This is my R32 Skyline GT-R. A lot of viewers from our channel obviously know the car. It's been a project car for over 10 years.
This is the Motive video car.
Essentially, it started life as a beat-up $10,000 crap box that, you know, was pretty much stock and blew up the day after I got it, and just it has evolved since then from stock bottom end to built 2.6, and now it is pretty damn good. Yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
What are we looking at?
Okay, so RB30 block, we have a PRP brace, half grout field. Yeah, man.
Okay, so
that's
this is normally a 2.6.
Yeah, normally, but you have to go RB30 with a big turbo, in my opinion, for drivability. Like 2.8s are great, they rev hard, but if you want to be able to drive around with a turbo that big and be drivable, you gotta go.
Is it a billet
RB30.
block?
No, cast block, but the PRP brace, the half grout feel helps make it stronger. Then obviously, Nitto 3.2 wide journal crank, CRD race ported head is massive.
What power does it make? On kill mode.
There is no kill mode, it's just, it makes 1100.
All day, every day?
All day, every day.
Pretty fast with that whip.
What turbo?
Garrett, G45 1500, but...
G45?
Yeah, the smallest rear housing, so a 1.0, but it's a T4 twin scroll, 6-boost twin scroll manifold, turbo smart gate,
okay.
So I want it drivable. As weird
when
as
does
that
power
sounds.
come on?
It has positive boost pressure from like 2.5 grand, but realistically, the party sort of, you roll in from 4.5, 5, it's mint. You stand on it at 5.5, it's instant, but it does rev to 9,600.
God, that's sick.
Yeah, so those that say that the 3-litre blocks can't rev, I want a 2.8, you're wrong.
Me?
So this front bumper is not factory.
No,
Did you shave it or does someone make it?
No, so Concept Garage, it's called a drag bumper. So what they do is they get rid of all the vents for better aero.
So sick, yeah.
And then the lip is all integrated and built in so it doesn't split apart when you actually go fast.
And then you make these, right?
Yeah, they're Motive headlight ducts, yeah. So I've got on both sides to be symmetrical. This side isn't doing much, but a bit of
But that side's definitely giving you some fresh air when you're doing 160 miles an hour down the straight.
Yeah.
You got a vented carbon hood?
Yeah, so I'm a big believer in having aero that works. So obviously you've got air coming in through the headlight ducts, radiator grill, etc. It needs somewhere to go. So you do find it does cool, but it's top secret, dry carbon bond. It's pretty, pretty rare, expensive piece to have, to be honest.
This wheel and tire setup looks pretty mean. What are we working with here?
So it's a 17x9 that basically I had to find something that would fit over big brakes. I refuse to put little brakes on a GT-R.
Right.
The car's still got essentially a setup that's for handling the suspension. It's actually not a drag setup. It actually handles really well, it brakes really well. But obviously when we're here and we want to put the power down, we need
a proper
drag. We need some drag radials.
Radial.
Yeah, I use a 275 on a 17-inch wheel rather than like a 15. And it
275 all around?
Yeah, all around.
Well, let's jump into the interior. This looks, like you said, it's a street car, and this looks like a street car.
Yeah.
This is nice. So it's got a 6-point cage with low door bars.
Yeah, so the whole idea is most people don't even notice that it has a roll cage because it's so tight. Chris from CS Engineering did a really good job, but honestly, man, a car this fast, if you haven't got a roll cage, you're kidding yourself. These are a 30-year-old car, man. Yeah. Same with the bucket seats. I know it's not streetable to some people, but it's not like I'm trying to do 300 Ks in it in a day. Like, it's usually drive to the track, drive to the caravan, take my daughter to school sometimes.
It's not a luxury car, it's a sports car.
Yeah, it's not a luxury car, but you're kidding yourself, man. You need to have the cage, the seats, and I like having this, for us larger people, it's a bit easier. I
love the Haltech dash with the proper bezel that makes it look like an OE finish. That's really nice.
No, that's one of my favorite parts right there.
Well, I was going to ask you about the trans earlier, but now that we are just looking at it right in its face,
it's beautiful.
What are you shifting this thing with?
Australian PPG 6-speed sequential gearbox. It's their original version, so it actually is a gear set inside the factory casing.
Does this still retain the ability to put it in rear-wheel drive?
Yes, I have a switch in right here. I also have a line locker, and I have what I call a Western Sydney noise modulation device.
What? What is that?
Allow me to show you. Please start and not be embarrassing. See?
We're there.
All right, okay, so this is the Western Sydney noise modulation device. I also like to call it the pedestrian warning.
Oh, nice. You got downpipe dump?
That's some chop for you right there, Zach.
That thing chops pretty good.
Hell yeah, that thing sounds right.
Well, we put you up against probably the most polar opposite of car we can find here today.
I know. Not only someone who is a legend in the sport of drag racing, but man, I've been watching him drive for a long time. He can drive. I'm panicking, but we'll see how we go.
Oh, this thing stops on a dime. You may be familiar with the Kubota brand because of their brilliant orange paint scheme, or you've seen them on every job site, every farm, all throughout America, and clearly Australia here. But we've found that there are some alternative uses for some of this equipment. Not only do you do construction with it, you can also do stuff like this. Clearly, we have lined up the most digital versus analog race of the entire time we're out here in Australia. Please introduce yourself to the people and tell us what you brought.
Hey everybody, my name is Johnny Habib. I'm from St Clair, New South Wales, Sydney, and we're here to take on some four-wheel drives.
What is this? Because we never had this in the States.
This is my 1975 LH Torana. In Australia, this is one of the pinnacle muscle cars in the country. I happen to fall in love with them. I restore them, I build them, and I race them.
You have been in the drag racing scene here for some time now. And
that's right, yeah.
So what are your accolades here? Like, what was...
Well, not to mention that the car is probably one of the most notorious wheel standers in the country. There's a few shots of that. I ran the Australian Pro Street Association for 5 years. It was probably some of the healthiest pro street, heads up, best racing the country has seen at the time. I've been heavily involved with the sport here in Australia.
So you probably know how to drive?
Oh, just a little bit, yeah. I've been doing this for like 30 years, so yeah, I can drive a little bit.
Well, tell you what, can we get right to it? You mind if we take this hood off and see what she's got underneath?
Yeah.
Give us the rundown on this thing.
So it's a 588, conventional headed big block Chev, Dart 355 head, 13.7 to 1 comp, and I'm running a nice shot of nitrous. The engine's running on E85, just a basic, big dinosaur muscle car.
I see. Now, what kind of power does this thing make off the nitrous?
Okay, so off the nitrous, she's good for about 1,000 horsepower.
Now, is that like, I'm a drag racer and I'm gonna tell you it's got 1,000, but it's already got like 1,500, or
it's not that fast.
Is it like, actually, this is a true?
No, this is a straight shooter Aussie just telling you, man. It's got 1,000 horsepower, naturally aspirated, no tricks, and I'm spraying it with a nice 400 shot of nitrous.
okay. So it boogies.
Yeah, she goes good. She does really well. I track race it, I know prep race it, and I've built it so it's reliable and that I can race different circuits here in the country. So.
Let's take a walk over and check out what you got for the tire setup here.
Sure.
You got some serious meats out back here.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
What are you running as far as the tire and wheel for the beadlock back here?
For the no prep racing, I switched to a Hoosier 29x12 DO6. The car is untubbed, believe it or not, so I can get a big tire under it. So the SLR Torana came out with these flares from a factory option. It allows me to put big rubber in it.
This was a factory option, this bolt-on style fender?
That's right, it's factory option. So the car was called the SLR 5000 and the Bathurst models were the L34 and the A9X.
Let's step to the back here because you got
Sure.
some interesting goods going on here.
Okay, yes. So this one's going to be a bit controversial, I can see it coming. These used to be wheelie bars, but I found another use for them. So I call it my analog traction control, basically unsprung weight on the diff. It's there just to keep the weight on the tyre so we can get down any surface.
Oh, just to hold
Get up that you see.
these weights.
Yeah, exactly right, yeah.
What's the rear end and rear suspension setup?
Okay, so it's a Ford 9-inch, 35 spline billet axles. It's got 350 diff ratio in there, full spool. That's basically it, just a good strong alloy center.
Really simple.
Yeah, good 2,000 plus horsepower capable probably. It's a falling, so very similar to your Fox bodies that you got in
Really?
the US, yeah.
Wow, so this thing is like super simple.
Yep, very basic combination.
Let's take a look at the inside. Let's get in the cockpit here. Walk us through trans. Are you running, is it a power glide or you got a...
Okay, so I've got a 2-speed turbo 400 with a Bruno drives. It's rated at big power, so that's 3,000 horsepower. I've got the air shifter, but the air shifter isn't operated by air, it's operated by nitrous. So I've got it feed up to the nitrous.
Little nice.
For safety, before I hit the line, the nitrous valve gets turned on.
Okay.
And we've got nitrous, and then I can turn it off, switch it off, so avoid any fires or issues. Nitrous controller. Trans dump valve, all pressure, water, everything just functional, operational. And I call this is my Vin Diesel button. Family. And so obviously this is when I hit the nitrous. When I'm racing, dirty old 2-wheel drive muscle car. I love it to bits, and I can't wait to take on the legendary Andrew Hawkins in his the GeeDeeArr in Australia. I'm looking forward to maybe taking him out.
Let's get to racing.
Race starts now.
I can't go against a big block. I'll stay with my man here. Big block V8 all day. Wait.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I've been rattled a little bit here. I'm going Johnny Habib.
Andrew put most of the stuff together for us, so I'm gonna have to vote for him. Go with the GeeDeeArr.
I can't let my sire down. As the GT-R apprentice, I must pick Andrew Hawkins.
You're disrespecting. Put your knee on the ground.
Oh, the overlord of GT-Rs. We aren't worthy. Ready for the match of the century?
This is a real GeeDeeArr right here.
Right, the man himself, real deal Holyfield. No more YouTube, no more hiding behind magazines.
My man's got a sequential.
He does?
Andrew's rich.
Can you sponsor our GT-Rs?
I get the sponsorship, not give it out. Come on, man. How am I supposed to build this without sponsorship?
Yeah, he's rich. That's something a rich person would say.
Is pretty fast.
He's over here worried.
We thought he was all show no go.
I knew his car was fast.
How much?
Andrew by 3 to 4 car lengths.
Oh, it's not that bad. That's good.
Not bad.
That blue car doesn't look like it launched as
No.
up to its potential.
Think we should give the blue car a car?
Let's see what he says
Or
when
the
he gets
head.
back.
We'll see what he says.
I'm usually pretty confident, but that's Johnny Habib. That ain't no nobody. That's Johnny Habib. Honestly, if any V8 two-wheel drive is ever going to get you here, it's him. I'm actually surprised I stayed out in front.
Yeah, no, so I think out of the hole I spun a bit. which, you know, two-wheel drive, you know, it is what it is. But, mate, what a car, what a race. He's a fantastic racer.
What do you want to do to try to beat him?
I want to race him fair and square. I don't want to go handicap. I want to have another go heads up.
Okay.
That means he's going to turn on the sauce.
I want to show that the two-wheel drive cars can keep up with the technology,
All right, yeah, you heard him. Let's go line this shit back up.
He's the Rocky of drag racing.
No, I went sort of like Price is Right on that. That was wrong.
The price is wrong, bitch.
That man's got some.
Damn.
That thing was super sideways at 500 feet.
I think that the only thing keeping his car down on the ground was his balls.
God.
Okay, about the same.
Hey,
honestly
nothing's coming out of the
though.
hole as hard as that thing, man.
It's hard for a rear-wheel drive car to hang with an all-wheel drive car on a no-prep surface.
Look at you can see the
Dude,
lines,
he didn't
man.
lift. He stayed in that the whole way.
Just.
I can't believe I did that.
Coming, but it got loose. The videos we showed, it got loose.
Yo, you.
Thank you, man.
Oh, wow.
This was a good ass
that was a
race.
good race.
Absolute honour, man. Thank
dude.
you, man. Good to keep up with
was
that great technology.
Yeah,
Man. That's
yeah.
killer, man.
You were actually kind of curious to see what would happen if you got the hit.
The hit.
I can already tell you, he'll win.
No, we gotta see
100%.
it.
You
We
know
gotta
what?
see it.
I'm a sort of racer. I like a fair handicap. I wanted to take on the four-wheel drives in a two-wheel drive muscle car. I'm satisfied with that, Andrew.
Oh, mate, I'm satisfied.
It was a great run.
That's
We
how
were
Johnny
close.
Habib
Two
Yeah,
is.
we were
races and
close.
done. We're out of here.
All
folks.
right, hey, and there you have it. That's what I'm talking about.
Smallest cars with the biggest tires you could ever fit on them.
You're at Hoonigan School of Drag Racing.
Don't you go bunch out a laptop, man. We ain't got time for that.